Well?
Our Bruce Springsteen's fans proved again today they'd do just about anything to get tickets to one of his concerts. Like a scene from Let's Make a Deal, over 100 Bruce backers gathered near Fountain Square hoping to win tickets from a radio station. This pair was one of 30 judged as being the most enthusiastic. The tickets are for a sold-out Springsteen concert Friday in Indianapolis.
That's going to be the scene at Riverfront as Pete approaches his record, you know.
And Fountain Square and all the rest.
They'll be coming.
Fans in Cincinnati are knowing the Boss fanatics tried their best today to get free tickets to his upcoming concert in Indianapolis. Dressed in wild costumes and waving banners of all shapes and sizes, the crazed crowd was participating in a ticket giveaway sponsored by Q102. The radio station awarded tickets to people with the most creative Boss posters. The contest, however, led to a traffic tie-up created by curious motorists along Fountain Square who just had to stop in the road to get a chance to rubberneck. And that's a look at the news for now. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be back at 11. Hope you'll rejoin us then.
Stern, whose program had high ratings, was fired today. NBC says it was because of conceptual differences. Stern was known for such stunts as a vigil for so-called subway gunman Bernhard Goetz.
What we do on the radio is comedy. I don't care about NBC's license. I don't care about the FCC. I just care about Howard Stern getting on and saying what he wants.
He's told News 9 tonight that Stern's firing is an irreversible decision.
Coming up next, a new project.
From the people who brought us Live Aid, stay tuned.
A VIP of its own. This week's Thursday's child, Mary. It was her first time inside a radio station and the first step towards finding a new family to love. Kid Andrews reports.
If you turn the microphone on and left the speakers turned up, it makes it squeal because it comes through the microphone again.
Like a lot of 10-year-olds, Mary doesn't particularly like boys or school. She does like swimming, riding her bike, and music, rock music. Bruce Springsteen is one of her favorites. Unlike most 10-year-olds, right now Mary doesn't have a family with which to share her interests. Her single-parent mother is unable to handle the responsibility of 4 children, especially one as rambunctious as Mary can at times be. She's been available for adoption for about a year now. Adjusting to the idea of being adopted has been difficult. At times, Mary is a rather withdrawn child and needs for people to draw her out.
Why don't you like red hair? Why? I want to know. It reminds you of carrots? No. Is there a reason? People call me Annie. Annie? They think you look like Annie, as in the cartoon character? Nah, you don't look like Annie. You're pretty.
Mary would like to be placed with young, active parents with other children to keep her company. She needs a lot of guidance now to help her gain some confidence in herself. If you can handle that task, call the people at SUMA about Mary. The number is 221-SUMA. I'm Kid Andrews with Thursday's Child.
And Mary Don Burroughs has the same problem with his hair.
Hey, there's no problem, Mary. Sister Redhead, right on. She's got life made.
There you go. We thank you for joining us. For those in front of and behind the cameras, have a good night.
The big news is that The Price is Right nighttime is filled with glamour, like the glamour of this beautiful girl and this sensational prize, someone's dream come true in this sleek and desirable boat. And of course, the tops in glamour, beautiful models, and fabulous and exciting gowns, all on the new nighttime hit, The Price is Right.
The Price is Right, tonight at 7:30.
Reports the nostalgia, except for those who may be breaking the law.
Q102, 1023. I'm Janeen Coyle. Well, gas prices are so low, maybe you can take a Sunday drive again.
Top-down cruising may become a regular part of our vocabulary again. One Cincinnati radio station is doing its part by throwing a gas war. This morning, they asked dealers how low they would go for 12 hours in exchange for a remote broadcast.
So we came up with a little incentive and kicked in $1,000, and man,
service station people just started coming out of the woodworks, and we've gotten some very good, attractive prices, and we got a little bit to go. We'll probably try to do it again tomorrow morning. I'm thinking that we might get it below 30 cents a gallon.
It is truly happy motoring from west side to east. A spot check of 2 major thoroughfares on opposite sides of Hamilton County shows the least average price for a self-service gallon of leaded gas is in the low 60s. Unleaded regular is in the low to mid 70s. Full service at some stations is double those prices. But some stations are getting fuller service than others from the refiners. That charge from the president of Cincinnati's Dealers Association. Mike Cunnin says independent dealers don't get the same price breaks company-owned dealers do. He calls it predatory pricing.
Predatory pricing is where they're able to manipulate the price to their own advantage, and the dealer pays more in some instances and less in other instances. And they have a discount program that some of them employ that where they attain certain volumes of gasoline, they work strictly on rebates from various companies.
Cunnin believes some antitrust laws may have been violated. He is mailing a letter today asking Attorney General Anthony Celebrezzi to investigate. Meanwhile, oil prices appear to have but one direction. So the question remains just what is going on. Is it good old-fashioned competition or restraint of trade? That answer may have to come from the Attorney General's office. Dan Royal, Eyewitness 12 News, Mount Washington.
You might have noticed an audio problem there. One sentence that's rather important we should include. Mike Cunnin says that independent dealers don't get the same price breaks that company-owned dealers do, and he calls it predatory pricing.